think my common theme for my why would be consistency. I played sports for most of my life growing up, and as a younger kid, playing so many sports, you don't really have to worry about the food you're putting into your body as much, just because you're burning so many calories all the time, you're go, go, go. And as you get older, as you kind of get away from that lifestyle, you get married, have kids, have a job, you have to focus a little more on the nutrition. You can't just be going eating fast food all the time. And so I think so many times as we get older, we just try to get into like these fad diets and just what's kind of a quick solution. Instead, I wanted to look at what's more of a long-term solution for me and what can be a little bit more consistent. And the nutrition plan here has been able to do that for me. One of the results I've seen is I've lost 15 pounds since I started here working out with the nutrition program. And it's not just like 15 pounds that I lost, quickly over time. It was sustainable, it was consistent. I felt like I was able to move my body around better. I felt healthier when I woke up in the morning. I didn't hurt as much as I was before. I'm feeling a lot more flexible, not as much pain. So yeah, that's been a big positive. I think the biggest healthy habit for me has been to cut out snacking as much. I think one of the big problems I've kind of always had is those late night snacks and ice cream and candy, stuff like that. And so really not even having those cravings as much, just because I'm eating better meals throughout the day. I think the most important part of the nutrition coaching has been the accountability piece. Something for me, I think, I kind of talked about snacking earlier, that you kind of feel like you can get away with when you're just on your own, when you're not tracking, keeping up with your meals. So sometimes there would be times where I would want to snack, but I think the accountability of knowing that I've got a meeting coming up and I'm going to have a weigh-in and they're going to be watching and seeing what I eat every single day. The accountability piece has been really big for me, and also the positive encouragement that I got along the way from my coaches. Meal hack, I guess you can say, for me has been cottage cheese and blueberries, which I would have never tried cottage cheese and blueberries before I came here, so that's been a huge one for me. Just kind of an easy breakfast, doesn't upset my stomach or anything like that. It's really good nutrients in it, so that's been a good one for me. The part of OBK that's impacted me the most is the competitive side of it. As a former athlete, I'm used to being in groups when I work out, having a coach that kind of pushes me and tells me what to do, and sometimes when I'm slacking or just like it's not my day, having that group just to kind of get you going a little bit kind of been something that's been lacking in my life the past couple of years. It's just going and working out on your own. Sometimes you can make excuses for yourself, or on a day that you don't really want to show up, you just don't. But kind of having that accountability from the group, the coaches, and also knowing when you get there that there's going to be a competitive atmosphere, that's been a really good one for me. The overall gym atmosphere from the other members to the coaches is just positive. I think when you show up, you're around other people that want to be here. So on those hard days that you're just not really feeling it, you really get a kick from the people that you're around. And all the coaches have a little bit different coaching styles, I'd say. I got to deal with, I think, 4 different coaches in my time here, but every single one of them, they're going to push you and make sure that you get to your goals and where you're trying to be. I think the best part about the community at OBK, one, I think it's really special because a lot of my friends have joined in the time that I've been here. So getting to be alongside people that are kind of pushing towards the same goals as you is really special. It doesn't matter if you show up at 5 in the morning or 5:30 in the afternoon. Every single person is here just trying to get better and pushing alongside you. I'd say my favorite memory, so when I first started going, I was showing up at the 5 a.m. class. I kind of walk in and it was a little bit intimidating on my first day. It's also 5 in the morning, so I was really tired. And just their energy early in the morning I thought was really special. But then they kind of told me about how they all wear like matching outfits on certain days of the week, and they coordinated that kind of stuff. And I think that really just shows like the culture. I think that was kind of evident of what I was going to see in the rest of my time here at OBK, is how strong the culture is and how much the people really care for each other. And it's just something as small as wearing matching outfits, but they made every workout fun, no matter how hard that it may have sucked. We just enjoyed our time together. I'd say the best coaching advice I got in my time here, it was pretty early on, probably my first couple weeks. I don't think Coach Amanda was even coaching that day. I think she was off to the side doing like a personal training. We were doing box jumps and we were talking about stepping down, being safe on the way down. And I was wanting to just go as fast as I possibly could. And so I was jumping on and then jumping back off. And she mentioned something to me about, like potentially like tearing my Achilles doing that. And she was just talking about being safe and making sure, like, why would you want to, kind of take a shortcut that could potentially, derail all of your progress. And that was really impactful for me as someone that, I do want to have a sustainable lifestyle and, take care of myself. And I've got a younger son, the last thing I want to do is hurt myself and not be able to take care of him. So that was just really impactful to me, talking about not always taking the shortcut and just making sure that you do things the right way. OBK's set me up for success just because I feel like the workouts that we do every day, the nutrition plan, I feel like it's sustainable. Sometimes you can kind of get overloaded or underwhelmed. You go to a gym, but I feel like each and every day is a little bit different. You're working towards different things. My favorite part of the classes in general is you spend like the first 15 to 20 minutes building up to what you're gonna do. I've been to different classes before where you just kind of like dive in head first, and I feel like as you get a little bit older, you can focus a little bit more on stretching and taking care of your body. So I think that's been something that has been really good for me. Just having people around you that are going to push you and make sure that you're taking care of yourself, and having people that are moving in the same direction as you, I think is really important. OBK has been a worthwhile investment for me. One of my original goals was I just want to model a healthy lifestyle for my family, just making sure that I'm still taking the time out of my day to eat right and take care of my body is extremely important to me, and being able to sustain a long and healthy life. I think what I'd say to anybody that's hesitant about joining is that they're gonna meet you where you're at. There's all different levels of people here, whether it's younger or older, whether it's a lot of experience in fitness or no experience in fitness, whether it's a lot of experience in nutrition or no experience in nutrition. They're gonna meet you where you're at, and they're gonna talk you through kind of where you want to be, short term, long term, and they're gonna keep checking in on you and making sure that you hit those goals.